Good morning, everybody. The ancient Egyptians venered the honey and the bees, and you see it always depicted on the walls of the temples and tombs. It is connected with the god Ra in the ancient times and the god of sex, Amun-Min. Great information nowadays. Found cinnamon and honey. These informations drug companies won't like this when getting around. It is found that a mix of honey and cinnamon cures most diseases. Honey is produced in most of the countries of the world. Scientists of today also note honey as very effective medicine for all kinds of diseases. Honey can be used without side effects, which is also a plus. Today's science says that even though honey is sweet, when it is taken in the right dosage as a medicine, it doesn't harm even diabetic patients, researched by Western scientists. Over and above, you see some diseases like heart diseases. You can cure it by making a paste of honey and cinnamon powder. Put it on toast instead of jelly and jam and eat it regularly for breakfast. It reduces the cholesterol and could potentially save one from heart attack. Also, even if you have already had an attack, studies show you could be kept miles away from the next attack. Regular use of cinnamon honey strengthens the heartbeat. In America and Canada, various nursing homes have treated patients successfully and have found that as one ages, the arteries and veins lose their flexibility and get clogged. Honey and cinnamon revitalize the arteries and the veins. Sorry for my English. I know it is not excellent, but I'm trying to help. Arthritis patients can benefit by taking 1 cup of hot water with 2 tablespoons of honey and 1 small teaspoon of cinnamon powder. When taken daily, even chronic arthritis, that's a difficult word, arthritis can be cured. In a recent research conducted at the Copenhagen University, it was found that when the doctors treated their patients with a mixture of 1 tablespoon honey and half teaspoon cinnamon powder before breakfast, they found that within a week, out of the 200 people so treated, practically 73 patients were totally relieved of pain, and within a month, most of the patients who could not walk or move around because of arthritis now started walking without pain. Bladder infections, another disease. You can take 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder and 1 teaspoon of honey in a glass of lukewarm water and drink it. I don't know what does it mean, lukewarm. You can give me the meaning in one comment. And drink it. It destroys the germs in the bladder. Who knew? Yeah. So it is here. I don't know if you say germs or germs. You can correct me if you like. Cholesterol, you can take 2 tablespoons of honey and 3 teaspoons of cinnamon powder mixed in 16 ounces of tea water given to a cholesterol patient was found to reduce the level of cholesterol in the blood by 10% within 2 hours. Magnificent. As mentioned, for arthritis patients, when taken 3 times a day, any chronic cholesterol could be cured. According to information received in the said journal, pure honey taken with food daily relieves complaints of cholesterol. Here is another one, another disease, colds. Those suffering from common or severe colds should take 1 tablespoon lukewarm honey with 1/4 spoon cinnamon powder daily for 3 days. This process will cure most chronic cough, cold, and clear the sinuses, and it's delicious too. Another problem here, upset stomach. Honey taken with cinnamon powder cures stomach ache and also is said to clear stomach ulcer from its roots. Fine. Gas. According to the studies done in India and Japan, it is revealed that when honey is taken with cinnamon powder, the stomach is relieved of gas. Immune system, and that is great news. Daily use of honey and cinnamon powder strengthens the immune system and protects the body from bacterial and viral attacks. Scientists have found that honey has various vitamins and iron in large amounts. Constant use of honey strengthens the white blood corpuscles, where DNA is contained, to fight bacterial and viral diseases. More disease, indigestion. Cinnamon powder sprinkled on 2 tablespoons of honey taken before food is eaten relieves acidity and digests the heaviest of meals. Influenza. A scientist in Spain has proved that honey contains a natural ingredient which kills the influenza germs and saves the patient from flu. Longevity. Tea made with honey and cinnamon powder, when taken regularly, arrests the ravages of old age. Use 4 teaspoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and 3 cups of boiling water to make a tea. Drink 1/4 cup 3 to 4 times a day. It keeps the skin fresh and soft and arrests old age. Lifespans increase, and even 100-year-old will start performing the course of a 20-year-old. Here's a course, it's a difficult word, CHORES. Raspy or sore throat. When throat has a tickle or is raspy, take 1 tablespoon of honey and sip until gone. Repeat every 3 hours until throat is without symptoms. Pimples. 3 tablespoons of honey and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder paste. Apply this paste on the on the pimples before sleeping and wash it off the next morning with warm water. When done daily for 2 weeks, it removes all pimples from the roots. Great news. Skin infections. You can apply honey and cinnamon powder in equal parts on the affected parts. Cure eczema, ringworm, and all types of skin infections. Weight loss. and that is one of the great recipe here to lose weight. Daily in the morning, 1/2 hour before breakfast, and on an empty stomach, and at night before sleeping, drink honey and cinnamon powder boiled in 1 cup of water. When taken regularly, it reduces the weight of even the most obese person. Also, drinking this mixture regularly does not allow the fat to accumulate in the body, even though the person may eat a high-calorie diet. Cancer, and that is our modern disease, it is everywhere in Egypt, unfortunately. So many persons are suffering from cancer. Sometimes babies are born with cancer, unfortunately. Recent research in Japan and Australia has revealed that advanced cancer of the stomach and the bones have been cured successfully. Patients suffering from these kinds of cancer should daily take 1 tablespoon of honey with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder 3 times a day for 1 month. Yeah, it's good news for my wife, because she is suffering from the problems that caused after the operation in her breast, and she is suffering from pain, constant pain in her bones. Unfortunately, we could not find a remedy for this problem. Fatigue also, you can cure it by recent studies have shown that the sugar content of honey is more helpful rather than being detrimental to the strength of the body. Excuse me for my language. Senior citizens who take honey and cinnamon powder in equal parts are more alert and flexible. Dr. Milton, who has done research, says that a half tablespoon of honey taken in a glass of water and sprinkled with cinnamon powder, even when the vitality of the body starts to decrease. When taken daily after brushing and in the afternoon at about 3 p.m., the vitality of the body increases within a week. Bad breath, also, that is one of the problems that so many people are suffering from. People of South America gargle with 1 teaspoon of honey and cinnamon powder mixed in hot water first thing in the morning, so their breath stays fresh throughout the day. Hearing loss. Also hearing loss. Daily morning and night honey and cinnamon powder taken in equal parts restores hearing. What a lovely news. So many diseases are cured by cinnamon and honey. No wonder that the ancient Egyptians revered the bee and revered the honey, and considered in the past, not now, we don't worship Ra and the gods of the ancient days, but in ancient times they looked at the honey as the tears of the sun god Ra. This news comes from me. My name is Hobby, and an Egyptian Egyptologist and a tourist guide for about 25 days. I wish you all health and all the luck in the world. Have a good day, and Assalamu alaikum.
البتاع بس انا لا اعرف ايه سنة